sign, you know, kind of
Oh,
thing.
hell no.
You know, so like.
Alright, y'all, welcome to another episode of ENF Dine. I'm Edgar.
And I'm Fabian.
And today we're going to do another urban legend.
What we got in store for you today is the legend of La Lechuza. So some of you have heard about it, some of you haven't. It's like a Mexican slash Texan style, you know, that's usually the origin where it mainly comes from, you know. First of all, I'm gonna start telling you a little like description of how it looks. Various, you know, this is like from counts that like people have like told us, you know, family, relatives, friends that, you know, like, hey, when they've encountered something or what they believe is La Lechuza, this is what it looks like.
In other words, the owl witch.
The
or
owl
witch
witch.
owl.
Yeah.
Witch owl.
You know that people, the main one that most people talk about and say is like an owl, but like an abnormally large animal, like huge, like almost human size, you know, like a human size owl. That's the most common one that people like tend to see it. You know, some other people have said that they also seen it in like smaller type. Sometimes it might have some like human facial features, which, you know, it comes back to like them being like witches and stuff like that.
It's pretty much a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
And so, while we're doing the research, we also found many ways it attacks, where people see it. So, one of the most common ways is that you hear it at night, so to speak, talking, but it's not talking. It does like
Weird sounds.
It
right?
makes
Or
weird
like,
sounds to try to get your attention. It's singing in its way or talking to you, trying to
trick you or something.
trying to trick you to get up. And it's been said that it does these those loud, annoying sounds that when you get up and you open the window to check, it's been said that it attacks you straight to the eyes, trying to gouge your eyes. It also portrays itself as a baby. It makes a crying sound of a child.
Oh, okay.
So instantly, some people are like, okay, there's a child outside, so they go and check, and then it attacks again. So if you're driving, trying to like weave or like pull you to the side, like driving,
run you off the road.
running off the road. Yeah, it becomes like
You
an
know?
accident.
The legend goes that like she'll like sometimes, you know, she'll like sell her soul to the devil to try to get those powers
Oh, okay.
to become that, you know. Which then, you know, that's how they come at night, you know. They
Right.
At night, that's what they turn into, and they can go, you know, well, obviously can fly. They disguise themselves as owls and stuff, you know, and attack people, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think there was one in one of the, because it's a legend, so there a lot of people have their takes on it. That it also, they have an abusive and alcoholic relationship with their significant other, and they come back in a form to pretty much try to take them out, like try to kill them, you know. So
Yeah.
that's one that we've heard.
Another thing that I heard is that like not only are these like witches out to like come out for like revenge or anything, they're also just like people that are just like straight up bad. So now we're gonna get into like some of the encounters that people that we've interviewed and what they've gone through. So this first encounter, I'm gonna tell you guys for privacy purpose. You know, I'm not gonna say the names or anything, but I'm gonna tell it as if the way they told it to me. You know, so kind of first person.
Yeah.
This went back to, you know, childhood era, pretty much. I was back in Mexico, family, and we would always hear, like from a faint distance,
Right.
somebody or something say my father's name, like it sounded like it would be like outside, you know, like within 20 feet away or something like
Pretty
that.
close.
Pretty close, but like, you know, faint, like it was weird.
Yeah. Okay.
So like one time, you know, we just figured, you know what, let's go look at it, and we saw like what was to be, you know, a lechuza. At this point, I'm like thinking, you know, we gotta kill it, or like we gotta get it.
Oh
So,
shit.
I go to my grandmother, and I ask her, you know, hey, how do like people like stop them, or how do they get them, stuff like that. And so she told me, you need like I don't know if it was like a leather strap or like of like some certain material,
Right.
And you have to like, when you're like trying to attempt it to catch it, you had to like say like a certain kind of like prayer and do knots on it, and think of it as like after each knot, it would almost be like a hit to the lechuza and it would like fall down kind of thing.
Oh shit.
So pretty much after like 6 or 7 of those, it's like enough to like lose its power and stuff and like almost kill it. Not kill it, but like bring it down dead. So real, got the materials, we're waiting. Comes down, it ends up I asked one of my older brothers to help me out. He did. Happened again, we went after it, and every time we would go after it and we would literally say, after we would finish the prayer, we'd say the knot, and then like we'd just see the bird just like fall down, like it'd be flying and it just out of nowhere just like divot down and just like hit the floor.
Like you would hit the knot, the bird?
Like,
no.
Well, it'd be like we'd be saying it out loud and it'd be like
every knot.
Us,
oh, okay.
And then we'd tie a knot
you
on that special kind of like yarn or thread, and then it'd be like a hit to it, hit to it. Once we managed enough to like bring it down, we ended up like just trying to like kick it, kind of like stomp it,
Okay. So it's 7 prayers, 7 knots. Every knot is a prayer.
Yes.
Which is a beating.
It's like a hit, some sort of like spiritual punch or something.
A spiritual punch.
To make it, so you
Gotcha.
can picture it,
Yeah.
On the 7th one, when we brought it down, that's when we were like trying to like stomp it out, kick it,
What the
hell? We didn't know what else to like do, so that's what we thought. We were young too, so obviously it's not like we had a plan or we kept it between us.
Didn't
say nothing. I believe the next day or like the next day or the day after, one of my father's friend came over and was telling me, "Oh, hey, something happened to my wife. Like, she woke up like just like so hurt, like in pain." And she's like,
"Hell,
yeah." Like, so they're
yeah,
like,
I got some goosebumps
it's
there.
Like, did you try telling her, like, getting her to the hospital or something? It's like, well, I told her, like, hey, let me tell you that, but she doesn't want to.
Right.
She's like, no, like, I just feel, like, sore and, like, kind of, like, just, like beaten, but...
That bitch was a witch.
So it turns out, yeah, because then my father told me that they had heard rumors that lady dabbled in that, some like witch kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then pretty much ever since then, never ever again happened.
It's like they probably kind of like put the pieces together. I'm like, yo, we just did this to the bird, the lechuza, and then this lady woke up bruised and beat up. Mm-hmm. Another story that we could tell about this. In one of these encounters, like, so she's coming back from an event with her and two of her acquaintances that she knows. They're coming back from an event late at night, So it's like past after midnight, 1 o'clock, and they're coming back in the car. So it's her in the back and the couple in the front. So as they're driving and through the forest and whatnot, because they're driving to a wooded area and whatnot, they're coming through, and she somehow like turns to the right, she's out in the middle of nowhere, and in this frightening voice turns around and says, "What is that?" So she points us out, and it's like coming straight at them. And that's when they say, "What is that?" They all turn and they see like what they say is the lechuza coming straight at them, and it slams right into the car, like full force coming in, slams. So it doesn't go through the window, but it hits the top of the car, and it just makes this big collision kind of stuff. And that kind of left them kind of shook. They didn't drive off the cliff or anything, of course, but
But it was enough to.
It was enough to like
startle them,
scare them, and to be like, "Oh my God, we just got attacked by the lechuza."
Crazy things, guys. It's crazy things. I don't know. I will say this. I hope I don't see no big ass fucking owl, because
that's scary. Anything else we need to tell? I'm telling y'all. So this was the urban legend of the lechuza. I mean, if y'all have any comments, questions, just hit them down. Any encounters? Anybody you know? Like, let us know. Put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'd like to read them, to know
and stuff like that, right? Like, we'll talk to you guys about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
discuss ideas. You guys believe it? Do you guys not believe it?
Oh, so all right. So again, this is ENF Dine, I'm Edgar.
And I'm Fabian. And if you hear that baby crying, run away.
Yeah.